I can't even believe I'm considering going quad upload at this point. There's just so much to cover. I don't know if I can ever take a weekend off again. But I was balancing between covering the Nuremberg event, the Unite the Right rally, or another actor who is not gay enough. If you want me to also cover the not gay enough debacle, take a second. I'm sure people won't get notified if I go quad upload. There'll be a tweet in the description below. Just consider liking it or retweeting it so people actually see it. And I'll definitely retweet you if you do it. And then consider liking the video if you do. So anyway, the biggest boogeyman that the mainstream media has right now is basically the alt-right. Or if you're even truly deranged, you are seeing Nazis everywhere you look. Anybody who might lean a millimeter to the right of far left, that's who you believe is there. Now, I saw a pretty poignant quote by Stefan Molyneux today. I don't know if it's his original quote, but it's pretty true in my opinion. And that was that the left doesn't fight Nazis; they invent them so they can fight. And that's exactly what we saw this weekend at the Unite the Right rally, which, if you listen to CNN and MSNBC and all these outlets, it was going to be the greatest single gathering since World War II of the Third Reich, apparently. And of course, we know that didn't happen. There were roughly 20, not 20,000, not 20 dozen, 20. Let that sink in, okay? This is the type of rhetoric, the type of hysteria that leads to, I don't know, let's just say somebody getting assaulted outside of a gaming convention because of reasons, right? Hypothetically. The hysteria has to stop, or we have to do our part to help counteract that narrative. And even though this topic didn't win the vote, I felt like it was the more important issue because people need to really see that that this whole far right, alt right, this supremacy stuff is baloney. We're talking about a handful of people, maybe a couple thousand out of hundreds of millions. Okay, don't obsess over these case. The exception. They're not the rule, okay? And we saw a bunch of articles come out today, and definitely you're gonna see a lot of people spinning this into, well, they're out there, folks. They just didn't come to the rally. They're everywhere. They were afraid of our soy-fed, mostly out of shape, part-time barista war force. In full riot gear and face masks. That's why they didn't come out, because they're so evil that that a 90-pound full-grown man was enough to make them not show up. That's going to be their narrative, of course. White nationalists dwarfed by crowds of counter-protesters in Washington. No, they were thugs that were there. They were the type of people that attacked police, as well as the media that, of course, supports them, right? These are the people giving them the hero card when, in fact, they're vile losers. They do nothing but divide, and they do nothing but self-serve. It's when they live in their communal apartments, 16 deep, all putting together their parents' checks, their parents' allowance. That's what I was looking for. To go down to Whole Foods and buy their food and their $6 coffees while they're fighting the LARPing as they're fighting revolutionaries. These people are losers. They are misguided, but they can be saved. Okay, they're making really bad decisions right now. Hopefully, they'll grow up. In my experience, that's what happens when you're 18 to 22. Your worldview changes once you have like a mortgage, or you have kids, or you get a real job, or somebody knocks you out. Something real happens in your life, and then you stop playing around. But of course, CNN devastated. I guarantee you, devastated that there weren't thousands of Klansmen there. Nope, about 20 people. About 20. You know, thousands of Soros dollars, hundreds of thousands of Soros dollars pour into these people. And what happens? A reporter gets attacked. But, you know, they actually criticized. Ooh, that's what it's like. It's news that CNN criticized violence. Think about that. It's literally news that the mainstream media spoke out against alt-left violence. And it really wasn't, you know, somebody knocked a camera out of a reporter's hand from NBC. Now, I disavow, of course. It's still an attack, and I hope that the weaponized autism of the internet finds who that person is and they receive some sort of criminal charges. But to actually see the media who largely supports these crazy people because, you know, they need a boogeyman. That's what happened this weekend, right? The mainstream media was lined up hoping that there would be violence, hoping that there would be thousands of people wearing bed sheets out there clashing with their heroes that were probably bussed in. But nope. Nobody was there. 15, 20 people, it looks like, from most pictures. And every picture that you see, the actual people, here, can't stress enough how underwhelming it was. 20 mega dudes, by the way, you don't know that they're mega dudes, walking outside, hundreds of cops, hundreds of media, and thousands of counter protesters. Right? Yet, you know who attacked the police? Antifa. Who attacked journalists? Antifa. Who attacked each other? Antifa. These 20 or so people, misguided people, in my opinion. Both sides are awful. Both sides have awful opinions. Opinions they are allowed to have as long as they don't lead to violence, which unfortunately the alt-left, the far left, can't seem to stop doing. Screaming, angry, yelling at police. The real news is a dozen or maybe 20 people from Unite the Right. 20. And you know CNN, MSNBC, all these places are so sad about it. And that's the disgusting part. That's the disgusting part of all this. You have people getting aggressive with the media. You see, I saw other ones. Where's the one that police officers getting attacked by them? These are people who want love. They want peace and love. Look at that face. That is a face of peace and love, right? And malnourishment, I'm guessing. Soy. Something like that, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but the point of this video is that Nuremberg, as coined by Styx, was hilarious. The whole world was watching for all these people goose-stepping out, and nobody showed up. Nobody was there. And in order to keep the narrative going, of course, they're going to say next that, well, they just were scared. They were scared of us. Don't worry. Keep giving us more power. Keep listening to our newscast because we want to divide you because division is profitable. Now, I guarantee it happens both on the right, on the left. I guarantee there were people on the right that were dressed as Antifa, and there were probably, I don't know, Antifa people dressed up as people from the Unite the Right. I just wouldn't be surprised. But to watch the raw anger from these little children in Antifa where there was a video. I was watching a video. It was hilarious where one of their little LARPers, his mask fell off. So then the other Antifa people beat him, thinking that he was with whatever the hell they were protesting. That's how stupid these people are. Okay? Drones. All of them. Don't watch mainstream media coverage of this stuff. And if you do, read multiple sources. Because this sort of rhetoric is what amps everything up. It's what gets everybody worked up into a froth and gets people attacking each other. Getting real violence. People going to jail. People having their lives ruined. It gets university professors putting bike locks in a pillowcase and smashing people over the head. It's because all these people do. If you look at most of these like Twitter accounts of these people like who support these groups, they may have 1,000 tweets or retweets in a day. I'm not kidding you. All day long they're on Twitter and Facebook, consuming what they want to consume so they can LARP as a revolutionary because they're mad at their dad. Instead of going out there and getting a job and paying taxes and help building society, making change, they have hissy fits. They're children. Don't let mainstream media make you think that there's like all these crypto Nazis floating around out there. They're not there. If there's a group I would be worried about, it's on the other side. They're the ones marching in the streets attacking people. They're the ones breaking windows. They're the ones attacking police. They're the ones firing smoke bombs and fireworks at police. Not these stupid supremacists, but it's the Antifa people. So who, I might ask, are the real fascists?